I'm here to review Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 5, Eastwatch. This was a very, very, very good episode, and a lot happened, a lot of different things, and we are gearing up towards those last two episodes. Some very interesting dialogue, and very cool character reunions and character meetings. So, this was quite an episode. Quite after the action-packed episode, this was quite a good episode to get quite a good following episode. But let's talk about it. So we open right after the last one, and Jaime and Bronn coming up out of the water. Jaime's like, "Holy shit, you could have killed me." He's like, and Bronn's like, "No, the dragons don't get to kill you. Dothraki don't get to kill you. Only I get to kill you." He's like, and Jaime's he's a little shooken up. He's like, "That was just one dragon. If she used all three, Bronn goes, 'You're fucked.'" He's like, "Don't you mean we're fucked?" He's like, "Nah." when dragons show up at King's Landing, I'm out. And I'm like, I can't blame him. I would bend the knee if I saw the dragon too. And speaking of bending the knee, we cut to Daenerys with the remains of the Lannister army. She's giving them an option: bend the knee or die. And it doesn't look like some bend the knee right away, but the dragon roars, and some more bend the knee. But there's two standing out from the crowd who are not feeling the power of the dragon. But it is Rickon and Dickon Tarly. Both refuse to bend. She calls up Randall, and he says, "I got a queen." And Tyrion's like, I don't know. Your loyalty seem a little flexible lately." And I really admire, and I like the writing for Randall. He's a lot like Alistair Thorne, where the guy's a total dick, but you can't help but to at least respect the guy, because he refuses to bend the knee. He's like, "Don't send me." They give him the option to send me to the wall. I mean, the main reason why he doesn't want to go to the wall is because his son is there, but still, he absolutely refuses to bow down, and he owns up to the fact that, yeah, I'm gonna die. And his son, quite the guy too, stands up and says, "Look, if you're to kill my dad, you're gonna have to kill me too." And boom, they're burned alive, executed by Daenerys. That was pretty cool how they get hit with the fire, and they kind of burn for a second, and then another blast comes in, and they just go into ash. But I just gotta say, the effects are fucking amazing. We've come a long way since season 1. I think this is the season where we've had the most dragon. Like, there was dragons in episode 1. I think there's been dragons in almost at least more than 3 episodes this season, and in very, very good effects. I mean, like I said, we've come a long way. But anyways, we cut back to King's Landing, and Jaime and Cersei have a conversation, and I love the interaction of where this relationship has gone between the two, because it's just not the same anymore. And he's telling her, we can't win this war. And there's 3 dragons, however. And she said, "We'll sell swords. We'll get what we need to get." And he's like, "You're not getting this. The Dothraki will beat they'll beat any army." And Jaime has completely changed, because Cersei is still in that same mindset. Jaime's realized, look, he's a changed man. But and then I can't remember if it's this scene or the next scene they have between the two, but she's going on about Tyrion, and he tells her that Tyrion didn't kill Joffrey, that Olenna had killed Joffrey. I mean, that didn't change Cersei's opinion on Tyrion at all. She's still being a bitch about it, but No, I think it was the next scene, huh? Because this one after that, yeah. Well, let's move on. We need to talk about the Arya stock. The lords of the north are a little unhappy that the king of the north is not present in the north. Sansa listens to their complaints, and Arya is not. Sansa defends Jon, but Arya's still a little salty about it because she's like, they talk shit about Jon, and you listen, and she's like, that's my duty as Lady of Winterfell. And then how the scene plays out is great. Like Arya, because of her training with the Faceless, can tell when somebody's lying or what they're thinking. And I can't. After all this time, the last time they left each other, there was animosity between them. Coming back, there's still animosity between these two, and the fact that Sansa's the only one that's kind of remained. I mean, she changed, but she's still the one that's kind of normal. She's like, holy shit, my sister. She's very different, and yeah, the fact that Arya is so hostile towards her not only kind of looks like it hurts Sansa's feeling, but the fact that it's kind of exactly what she was thinking, seizing power. She's been taught by the best, and so is Arya, and they're setting up some further conflict there, especially what happens with Littlefinger. Littlefinger lures in Arya. Arya thinks she's slick because everybody she's ever dealt with isn't as smart as Littlefinger, so they never knew she was watching them. But Littlefinger knows, and he plays her. He plays her like a fucking flute. And she goes in his room and finds a copy of the scroll, all the way I think back from I believe season 1. And it's the scroll that was written by Sansa, but was said essentially by the Queen, telling Robb Stark to bend the knee, swear fealty to Joffrey, all the way back in season 1, when Ned Stark had been captured. I'm not sure what he wanted that for, if that was just to lure her in. Wait, no, hold on, let me correct myself. I do know what it is for. Hold on. Sansa wrote that, like I just said. That's why and the animosity there is being set up, because now Sansa, or Arya is going to be pissed with Sansa for that, even though she did it when she was a child. I mean, it happened, but Arya is going to be mad nonetheless. She was still a naive girl then, but when Arya has all that rage, I guess Sansa's gonna have to turn to somebody, and Littlefinger, I guess, is gonna be waiting. But I don't know, man. Littlefinger, clever bastard. I'm not sure what he's up to, but I don't know. I feel like his days are numbered, but at the same time, I feel like he's gonna take somebody out before he goes. Bran. He has the effects on this. Like I said, the effects on this season are amazing. The ravens flying over and seeing the army, the dead, and then the Night King. That was beautiful effects. It really was. But I cannot believe how well the White Walkers have been built up throughout the entirety of the series. Because I don't joke when I say this. Those motherfuckers strike fear into my heart every time. Every time I hear the music, the little chimes or whatever, and then I hear the wind that blows and comes with them, and then I see them. It strikes fear into my heart every time. It's really quite scary. But and then Bran sends notes out to everybody. nobody quite believes him, especially the dudes at the Citadel. Sam's like, yo, bro, like, the shit's legit. Like, you need to maybe listen to the cripple bat. I mean, the dude lived years beyond the wall. And, I don't know, man. Maybe you should just take it into consideration. But, let's jump back to Dragonstone momentarily for Jon Snow and one of my favorite moments, and I think possible setup or possible hint that Jon Snow has the blood of the dragon because he's one of the only successful, besides Tyrion, he's only the only person on camera to successfully approach and pet the dragon. Even Daenerys is a little surprised by it. She's like, oh my god, holy shit. And I know the dragon really seems to like him, so maybe, I don't know, maybe dragons can tell, like, hey, got some good blood in you, kid. Like, I don't know. Maybe they can. I'm not sure. But I think it could be legit. And, of course, Varys and Tyrion talking about what they think about her being burned alive, and I love this. That's this thing that Varys said. He's like, I'm not. When the Mad King burned people in the court, he's like, I'm not the one doing it. When I heard their screams, I'm not the one doing it. When their hair, and I can smell their burning hair, and I see their flesh melt off their skin, it wasn't me doing it. That is awesome. He's trying to appease for the fact that he's not the one doing it, that there's no guilt in him for it, but nonetheless he still feels bad about it. And so he tries to explain to Tyrion, he's like, you need to find a way to talk to her. She can't go around burning fools alive. Where in this case I kind of disagree, because she did give them a choice. You can bend the knee or you can die. I don't see it as Mad King-esque. The Mad King didn't give a shit. He'd burn you alive if he fucking felt like it. No, she gave those guys an option. They chose their option, and that's what happened. That's how I feel about it. But I don't think Dany was in the wrong there. But I understand Tyrion's point of view on saying we need to at least control this so this doesn't develop into something that could be Mad King-esque. But yeah, that's how I feel about the whole dragon situation. But I think we go back to the Citadel, and my boy Sam's a little fed up. He's nobody's listening to him. He's having to read about this dumb shit, and there's a little hint in there hidden. Gilly was reading like Citadel has so stabs, I don't give a fucking shit. And he recorded bowel movements and an annulment. This maester carried out a secret marriage thing to set aside his lawful wife to marry another in secret. And for a Prince Rhaegar, as she said, but of course we know it's Prince Rhaegar. And in a secret marriage ceremony in Dorne. Wonder who he married. Pretty sure I know. I mean, I suspected Rhaegar Targaryen was Jon's dad, but pretty sure it was Lyanna. And I don't know. I don't think old Rhaegar kidnapped her. I don't think she ever really loved Robert. I think that may have all been in his head. I'm being a little sarcastic. I kind of figured that was the thing, but it's good to get some confirmation, because we all knew Rhaegar had to be the dad. It wasn't confirmed, but we all knew it kind of had to be. And we know Lyanna. We know for a fact Lyanna's the mom. I mean, who else would be? She was being guarded by Targaryen Kingsguard, so I mean, who else could be the father? And why else would Robert be such a salty little bitch about it? So, I mean, that's the way it had to be. So, and then we get another nice little reunion. We get Jorah and Dany meeting again, which choked me up a little. It was great to see that reunion, them hugging. My boy's still in the friend zone, but it's all good. You can't win all of them. But they're in there talking about a plan to. They go to talk a plan about how to prove to Cersei that the army of the dead is real. John's like, yo, my brother just saw the army of the dead watching. We don't have a lot of time. I gotta go back. And he's like, well, we can't go with you. You said you don't have enough men. He's like, well, I really have a choice. And they're like, dude, you can't lead an expedition beyond the wall. You're the king of the north. And she's like, no. Dany looks visibly worried for him. And she's like, you can't. I didn't give you permission. He says, all due respect, your grace, I can leave when I want. But basically, the plan they come up with is, all right. What if you could go beyond the wall, bring one of these dead men, show it to Cersei, that way we can get what's the word I'm looking for? A temporary armistice so that we can fight this army of the dead. And he's like, how the fuck are we do that? Well, I need to get smuggled into King's Landing to meet with my brother, so that way he can tell Cersei, because it's the only person she would listen to. And you need to somehow bring one of these dead men to King's Landing. And I'm like, oh, whoa, okay. Well, I mean, how the fuck are you gonna do that? That sounds really hard. Because, it's gonna be hard, and amidst all that chaos next week, to be able to bring back one of these dead men alive. I don't know. I mean, assume he has to be alive, so they can see that this dead man is living. He's a living dead person. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how that all plays out. I'm not sure. I thought I had the season mapped out in my head. This turned out a lot different than I expected it would. These twists in the narrative are becoming very interesting, very fascinating. Anyways, Tyrion is sneaked into King's Landing. Bronn sees Bronn leads Jaime to him. They talk. No, they're not on such good terms. He's still salty about Tywin, which Tywin was a cunt. He had it coming. I don't think Tyrion would have killed him personally if he hadn't slept with Shay. I mean, come on. And the fact that he was just a dick about him being short. But anyways, he tells Jaime the plan that Daenerys has. Jaime goes to Daenerys, or not to Daenerys, to Cersei, and tells her about this, and she's like, okay. Maybe an armistice with this Dragon Queen could be in our immediate interest. Maybe. She knows that Daenerys has the bigger numbers. This isn't a fight we can win. We have to be smart and win it the way Father did. And I know exactly what she means by that, because Robb Stark won every single battle. But yeah, he still lost the war. That's because Tywin was a genius of political maneuvering. Yeah, he may have not been as brilliant as a tactician or battlefield experience as Robb was, as young as he was, but that was just something that came naturally to Robb. But political maneuvering and very high intelligence was something that Tywin was very good at, and that's how he won. And that's what she's saying. Well, if we can make this political move, we can beat her through politics and maneuvering and deceit versus fighting her out on the battlefield. That's a fight we can't win, and that's very much mirrors the Robb start the War of the Five King conflict. The Lannisters could never beat the Northermen out in the field because the Northermen had the bigger army, and Robb was the better tactician. But yet they still won. So that was very, very smart of Cersei. And if I'm not, I don't think I'm missing any. Oh, hold up. While Tyrion did that, we have Davos going up to the Street of Steel, and guess who's back? Back again. Gendry's back after 3 seasons, over 3 seasons. Gendry's finally back, and he's like, hey, you want to come? I'm going to have to ask you to... He's like, oh, yeah, dude, I'm ready. Let's get the fuck out of here. And my man just grabs a warhammer and had a big smile on my face, just like his father. And Gendry's all ready to go. He goes to Dragonstone and meets Jon. He's like, yo, man, I'm ready to do it. I don't care. Our fathers were friends. Why can't we be? I can't swing a sword, but I can swing a hammer. Let's go do this. Let's head up north. They dip. Jorah says bye to Dany again, which was nice. It was nice to see those two have a moment again. Tyrion and Mormont had a nice little moment as well, and Jon's and her moment was. I think Dany wanted a little something more from Jon there, because he went, well, I mean, if I die, at least you don't have to deal with a King of the North. And she's like, well, I've grown used to him. But the way she looked at him, I feel like she was expecting a little more from him in terms of his farewell. But I don't know. Now we get to, real quick before we get to the ending, Sam's. I really like Sam just going in, marching, taking all the books, getting in his wagon and leaving. That was great. And I like that he said, I'm tired of reading about the achievements of better men. A line in the show is truly never wasted. We're seeing Sam rise up to the occasion. One of the most underrated characters on the show, and it's had a fantastic character arc. The fact that he's gone from coward to now he's going to be a hero. He got the things he needed and he left. He didn't need to... I like that. I really like that. And then Jon, Jorah, and Davos all arrive at Eastwatch. Tormund's like, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? And he's like, alright, so you gotta convince the Dragon Queen or the one fucking the brother. And he's like, I gotta convince both. He's like, how much men did you bring? He's like, well, I mean, did you bring the big woman at least? And John's like, no, sorry, bro. And, Tormund's like, fucks. Oh, shit, so you really want to go beyond the wall again? You have to do this. He's like, yeah, we have to. He's like, well, your luck is that we got some fools here that also want to go beyond the wall. And we get Thoros and Mir, Beric Dondarrion, and the Hound all locked up. And, Beric goes on about his usual Lord of Light. We have to go beyond the wall. Gendry's all salty because they sold him. And the Hound's just like, you know what, bitch, can we fucking go? He's like, yeah, can we fucking go? I mean, we're shit. Whether you bring us in or not. And he's like, and John's like, yeah, you know what? It's fine. We're on the same side. We're breathing. We have the same purpose. Gendry's still a little salty, of course. And then we cut to them going beyond the wall, like some Magnificent Seven shit, or like Suicide Squad, or Rogue One shit, like best of the best going out there. And I'm just gonna say, I got nerd chills as they walked out that gate in the snow. The snow blizzard just kind of surrounded them, and it just faded to black. I mean, the fact that we have Jorah Mormont, Beric Dondarrion, freaking the Hound, Gendry, Jon Snow, Tormund, all in the same place together, going beyond the wall to fight White Walkers. Most of them who didn't even know White Walkers existed a few seasons ago, I hadn't even heard about them, are going beyond the wall to fight them. This is crazy, and it doesn't feel forced at all. It feels so natural that all this just came together so perfectly. And yeah, I mean this is fantastic. It was a great episode. I can't wait for the next one. Um, I don't know what the name of the episode is, so I'll just say I'll see you guys next week for Game of Thrones, season 7, episode 6.